Falling asleep because you drank too much coffee. Coworker. Looks like someone could use a coffee. Sometimes people ask me how I know all the random shit I know, with varying levels of politeness and belief in its veracity. And all I got is I have ADHD, an internet connection, really good research skills, and zero self-regulatory mechanisms. When you ask your boss for structure, but then hate being told what to do. ADHD is being able to clean someone else's house when they need help, but staring at your own room for 15 hours, trying to figure out how to get the executive functioning to clean. Nobody. ADHD people when they have something scheduled later in the day. Okay, I worked really hard today on the important thing we already had going on, right? On the important thing, right? Looking better, thanks Vivansa after struggling with weight loss. Rapidly approaching underweight. Me explaining time blindness to my mum. My mum who never had a problem with time management. This broke me. Spends months building up a new daily routine. Forgets one day. Never does it ever again. Showering before a haircut so you do not stink. Showering after a haircut to get rid of the prickly hairs. Me taking my morning nap after my breakfast of caffeine and pharmaceutical amphetamines. When my ADHD hyperfocus kicks in, behold, my floor. Having a bad brain day. Having a bad brain day on a day with perfect weather, because on top of the bad brain day, you also did not have the motivation to go outside even though, you know, it would help. Especially because it is such a beautiful day. So on top of already feeling like the day was wasted because you could not do anything, you feel like it was doubly wasted because it was so beautiful outside, and all you did to enjoy the weather was stand on your balcony for 5 seconds. Showering because it is expected. Showering to get rid of excess stink, stick, and slick. You do not really have ADHD, do you? What symptoms do you even have? Always fidgeting, always disorganized, easily distracted. Cannot finish tasks before starting new ones, losing and forgetting everything. Emotional dysregulation. After all, why not? Why should not I open another tab? Me realizing why I do something, so that was a symptom. When someone starts talking about stuff you researched to death, but their interpretation is way off, but you have no time or emotional energy to respond. Coming back to find you, have locked your keys in the car, but you also forgot to roll up the windows. Call me if you need anything. Also me. Finally prescribed highly addictive ADHD medication. Jump through endless hoops to get my highly addictive ADHD medication. Constantly forget to take my highly addictive ADHD medication. Constantly forget to take my highly addictive ADHD medication. Moments before an ADHDer has a rage outburst. My ADHD picking up sounds that no one else in my family could hear. So tell me more about yourself. Me, trying to remember who I am. Me, anxiety about phone calls. Do not disturb setting. Someone, why do not you treat your ADHD? It is not that serious, bro. Also me trying to understand a text. Your mom tried raising you normal like you did not have ADHD and tried to iron it out. Scrolling through ADHD memes to learn about it, not knowing what it meant. Start to realize most things you did wrong in your childhood were ADHD and were not your fault. You realize you were trying to mask your entire childhood to seem normal, and now you do not know who you are. I will do things when I am less tired. Never becomes less tired? Oh no, I have never seen anything more accurate in my life. ADHDers when they finally get out of bed. We are already behind schedule. Someone described ADHD as being chronically overwhelmed, and I have never heard a more accurate way to describe how ADHD feels. That is a good idea. I should write down before I forget. Is literally distracted for a few seconds, and it is gone. My brain processing the thousands of background noises going on around me. My brain processing words when someone is talking to me. Having the TV volume as an odd number. Having the TV volume as an even number. Having the TV volume as a multiple of 5. After all, why not? Why should not I fix it? Executive dysfunction is not just for things you do not want to do. I have been meaning to go get ice cream for like an hour now. This is too real though. I spent 2 hours the other night intending to watch TV and never did it. This is the difference between procrastination and executive dysfunction. Me trying to remember what I heard or said just moments ago. When you read a whole page, but then realize you forgot to understand. When you have to keep reading the same paragraph because you cannot focus. I am talking to someone with ADHD. I am going to interrupt them before they can talk. Okay, now that I am done talking, I want to hear what they were going to say earlier. What do you mean you forgot? Hobbies I miss but am too overwhelmed or tired to try and enjoy. A never-ending list of shit I do not want to do that needs taking care of. Me rewatching another movie I have seen 100 times. When you take new ADHD meds and suddenly become extremely sensitive to caffeine for the first time in your life. When ADHD people say their brain is faster than a neurotypical, this is what they mean. In 1953, due to high speed, the F-11 fighter shot itself because it was faster than its own bullet. Me completes move to new place, unpacks everything, changes address with the government and credit card company, and has 2 panic attacks all in 48 hours. Also my ADHD and generalized anxiety disorder, but afterwards. My stomach when my meds are active. My stomach when my meds wear off. Concentra Dr. $120 plus. Save money and try Adderall. Suffer. Suffer. Why the fuck did we let morning people set the world is operating schedule? They did it while we were sleeping. Leave house in a panic at 7:55 for an 8 o'clock class with a 20-minute drive. Relieved because I only got there 10 minutes late. Class actually started at 9 and I am 50 minutes earlier because I wrote it down wrong. Class actually started at 9 and I am 50 minutes earlier because I wrote it down wrong. Me multiple times a day. I am trying to. What do you call it? What you look like should not matter. It is what is on the inside. Me. Doing homework. Doing something else. My ADHD. I do not procrastinate. I intentionally wait until the last minute because then I will be older and therefore wiser. ADHDers that take on life without medication. Well, first of all, with caffeine and anger. All things are possible, so jot that down. Eating a balanced diet of varying textures, flavors, and nutritional values. Peanuts in any form. I am writing an email as the deadline is 20 minutes away. Done. Let me check if it sounds offensive. Forgot the meaning of every word I wrote in the email suddenly. Now I am Googling every single word. YouTube video. Same video at 2x speed. What ADHD or autistic people see, what neurotypicals see, ultimate random motivation. Fall asleep. My ADHD at 3 a.m. After all these years. Autism, ADHD, social anxiety. Finally, I have them all. ADHD people working on anything other than the thing they should be working on. This person probably has to study for finals. Me dissociating in the middle of a conversation. ADHDers. Knowing everything about one subject. Knowing just enough about almost everything to be able to have conversations using patterns and logic. Someone giving me verbal instructions, my brain. Viewing ADHD as an insurmountable obstacle and giving up on finding ways to improve my life. Finding a good therapist, getting on the right meds, and/or making lifestyle changes so I can live my best ADHD life. Me being excited to start taking Adderall because my neurotypical mother and brother who took it recreationally said it would give me a lot more energy and I would be more productive. Started taking it, and now I am so tired every day that sometimes I do not even have the energy to do dishes. When my new psych med prescriber lets me see if stimulants would actually help me, even though I have an anxiety disorder, previous prescribers would not, and it immediately calms me down and helps me function better. Unlimited power. Washing your hair, spending 30 minutes to find a hairdo that hides the greasiness of your hair. Brain came up with a new fidget to do constantly. It is pulling out nose hairs and it hurts a lot. Starts playing on phone during a show. Misses important scene. Rewinds way too far by mistake. Gets back on phone while waiting for the scene. Misses the scene again. Me taking a depression nap. The responsibilities I am ignoring. My ADHD ass agreeing to do a project that I'm actually really interested in. Realizing there is no deadline. Me Googling my ADHD impact on memory. All the links being purple. Waking up at a decent hour, have breakfast and leave for work without being late. Waking up an hour and a half before and getting to the place only having coffee. Sometimes I am late because I sit like this for a long time. Imagine falling in love with someone just to find out they watch Netflix with subtitles. I am convinced people who do not like subtitles cannot read fast. ADHD is so funny. It is like being possessed, but with myself. Me, desperately, can we please get something done? My inner demon, who is also me. If you like piña colada, ADHD, needing constant reminders about tasks, hating being told what to do, your meds are a controlled substance due to being addictive. Me who just missed a day cuss, I forgot again. I feel exhausted. I feel like butter scraped over too much bread. Losing something because you put it somewhere weird. Losing something because for once you put it in the proper place, where you never normally put it. And it never occurred to you that it might actually be there. Me on Ritalin. Expectation. Reality. My web design teacher when my ADHD brain won't remember everything he tells me. My dentist telling me my teeth look great and that I must be doing a great job brushing. Me. How lazy are you? Me. I figured out you don't actually have to assemble these things.